Hi everyone, welcome to the ASTROINDRA channel. Very excited to have a conversation with you guys. Today we're going to talk about EASWARA Yoga, and this yoga is very specific to Jupiter, but the same principle can be applied to all planets, and that's what makes that special as well. But with Jupiter it becomes even more special because the yoga formation becomes rare. And then the planet that's forming the yoga also becomes interesting and special as well. So let's look at the basis of how this yoga is formed. So let's understand the signs first. So first there are three types of signs: a cardinal, a fixed, and mutable. The cardinal signs are the kendras, which is 1, 4, 7, 10. So that's Aries, Kataka or Cancer. Then you have Libra, and let's just enable focus mode so that we don't have notifications disturbing our video. So let's restart. 1, 4, 7, 10. So first one is Aries. Then after Aries, you have Kataka or Cancer, and after that you have Libra, and then after Libra you have Capricorn. So these are the four kendras or the cardinal signs, and then you have the fixed signs. The fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So these two are very important because all cardinal signs influence the fixed signs except the one next to it, and all fixed signs influence the cardinal signs except the one next to it. So let's take Leo as an example. So let's say if there's any planet in Leo, which is a fixed sign, then all cardinal signs will look at the fixed sign, which is Aries, and Aries, Libra, Capricorn, except the one which is next to it, which is Kataka or Cancer will not influence Leo because it's next to it. One more example. Let's take Aries. So let's say if there's a planet in Aries from a Rashi Drishti. So this is more of a Rashi Drishti, has nothing to do with planetary aspects. This has to do with Rashi aspects. So the Rashi Drishti comes from, for Aries, it comes from Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, except Taurus. So that's the thing with cardinal and fixed. This is how these two signs or these two types of signs talk with each other. And this is a very important thing for you to understand. The mutable signs are very easy. The mutable signs are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. And these four are always talking to each other, these four are always connected with each other. So whichever planet is in Gemini will have a connection with Virgo, will have a connection with Sagittarius, will have a connection with Pisces. The four are always constantly in touch with each other through Rashi Drishtis. And this is a very important concept for you to understand. And this forms the very foundation of what I'm trying to explain. Now let's say there's a planet in Aries. Let's say, for example, Mars is in Aries. And we look at which planet is exalted in Aries. The planet that's exalted in Aries is Sun. Sun is exalted in Aries. It knows how to maximize this sign. So if Mars really wants to understand the sign really well, maximize it, take it to a whole new level, it needs a permanent Rashi Drishti from the sun, so that it's always in that maximized, exalted space where the Drishti from the sun is there. So, which are the signs that will give Mars a permanent Rashi Drishti? It will be Leo and Scorpio and Aquarius. So if Sun is in Leo, Sun is in Scorpio, or Sun is in Aquarius, it would have a permanent Rashi Drishti to Mars, which is in Aries. And then Mars always has that sense of the power of the Sun, and it always knows what to do, because that exalted planet is always telling Mars that you got this, you can do it, I'm there with you, I'll teach you all the nuances, and we can take this, we can make it happen. So this is the case with all the planets. So let's say Leo is the most favorable for Sun. The Sun is very comfortable in Leo. So Sun is very comfortable, it's able to give amazing advice. Sun is comfortable in Scorpio as well, because Scorpio is a sign that its Sun is also comfortable in. So from there it's able to give that. With Aquarius, it's supposed to be a very powerful placement for the Sun, because all 11th house placements makes it extremely powerful, like a superpower. So let's say Sun is placed in Aquarius and you have Mars in Aries. Mars could have like a superpower, which is constantly powering the Mars, which is there. So these are some very interesting concepts in astrology, and this is available for all planets. So when I talk about Ishwara Yoga, the same concept becomes available for Jupiter, and we have to see how Jupiter is able to get this Ishwara Yoga, and with Ishwara Yoga, how does Jupiter become extremely powerful and extremely special as well. So it took us 7 minutes to set the stage, and possibly a little more time to set the stage even further. Why? Because Jupiter is the most important planet. Jupiter is the most important planet. You could debate with me for hours, for days, for years, for centuries. I'm happy to have that conversation. But Jupiter is a very Jivakaraka. Jupiter is you. You are Jupiter. So you could come with a very strong planet as far as your Shadbala is concerned, and that becomes your expression. So let's say you have Moon as your strongest planet. Moon becomes your expression. You love to express yourself through Moon. So you always feel your Moon. And the very basis of man or woman, so if you're a woman, Venus becomes your very foundation. The chemical compositions, the way you experience your body, how you're in tune with your body, and then from Venus you look at Moon, that becomes a way of life for you. But you're still at the baseline, the fundamental, the Jivakaraka, the one who's playing the video game, the one we're all playing this video game together, is Jupiter. But your expression, because you're this beautiful woman, becomes Venus and Moon. And then you want to go deeper, it could be the Shadbala that's coming there. The same thing is with men. Mars becomes the very expression of who they are. And men are more in tune with Jupiter, because Jupiter and Mars are like best friends, best buddies. So kind of getting in touch with Jupiter becomes easy. And let's say you have a Shadbala that's also in tune with, let's say, Jupiter or Mars. Then you relate to this more, you relate to this better. Or there are so many systems for people with different Shadbalas. Let's say Sun is your most important planet as far as Shadbala is concerned. Then if you look at some of the practices, the sun practices that are there, like giving arghya or water for sun, that's very much part of the sun tradition, and just looking at the sun and chanting mantras is part of it. And then there is also a moon tradition that's popularized by Krishna. And some of the people who enjoy having a drink in the evening, who like to just take it easy, it's called the Somabana, and and just being in that space, moon energy and all of that. So that's there. And you have Mercury as well. So, and you have Saturn as well. So all these expressions exist where that becomes the very basis of how you want to live your life. But the very foundation of who you are is Jupiter. Jupiter is the very foundation of who you are. So if you have an exceptionally strong foundation, if you have an exceptionally powerful foundation, then sky's the limit. Because a Jupiter that's very, very powerful and very, very strong starts partnering with other planets. Why? Because Jupiter has that crazy magnetic pull. It's extremely powerful. It's the most powerful planet. And I'm happy to have this debate again. And Jupiter is extremely powerful. And it's able to partner with different planets. One, it immediately brings Mars in. You and Mars become this massive energy, amazing master of chi. You're there. Jupiter and Moon, Gajakesari Yoga, super mind, like mastermind, brilliant at it. Jupiter is the planet that can just instantly access Sun all the time, always having that power, that soul, that essence, that battery pack and all of that available to you all the time. Jupiter, because it has partnership with Mars, it's also able to handle Saturn, because Saturn loves Mars. Saturn loves the discipline that Mars brings in, the focus that Mars brings in, and Saturn's able to see, wow, this is great. This is a great Jupiter-Mars combination, so I shall let this pass because I love Mars. And Venus as well. Venus adores Mars because of the manliness, the quality which is there. And Venus loves Jupiter as well because of the bigger person, the bigger man which is there. And ancient text is all about Indra and Indrani, where Indrani is about Venus and Indra is Jupiter. And Moon as well. And again, everything you gotta go back, date it back to ancient times, not more to the Quranic times, where there's a huge connection between Jupiter and Rohini Nakshatra, which is there, which is Tara, and Tara is the wife of Jupiter. So there's a lot of this that goes back and forth. But to make my point, Jupiter is the very foundation of who you are. So if you understand EASWARA Yoga, you understand how much is you in this picture. So every time I've heard many people say in this empowerment podcast, or people who want to believe in you more, they all say, be you, be more of you, be yourself, and bring that you to this life, and then you will see it changes the quality of your life. So this you that they keep talking about, what is this you? Who's this you? That you is Jupiter. You are Jupiter. So that's where I want to bring this understanding in. And then let's dive right in. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me on comments. I'll be happy to answer this, and happy to take these questions as well. So let's get right to it. So it might bore you guys, but the example I'm going to take is Jupiter in Ardra. So Jupiter in Ardra Nakshatra. Because I absolutely love Ardra Nakshatra. You would kind of know by now that I'm fond of Ardra Nakshatra and kind of biased. So, and I'm open about the bias, so just saying it out there. So, Jupiter and Ardra Nakshatra. So, the planet that's exalted in Gemini. And also the reason for picking this up is there's so much of controversy and so much of debate on it. And that's one of the reasons I enjoy talking about this as well. So as far as Nadi is concerned, Rahu owns Virgo. Rahu owns Virgo, and Rahu is exalted in Gemini. So that's how the Nadi text is, the ancient Nadi text is all about. So if I keep that principle in mind, when Jupiter is in Ardra Nakshatra, now Ardra Nakshatra is ruled by Rahu, and Ardra. Gemini is exalted in. Wow, I just had, I don't think I switched the power on for my mobile device. So I just did that. So now that I've done it, I think our power should last a little longer. Now that the sun is part of the video, so I think we should go a little longer here. Alright, so let's get back to it. So Jupiter, that's again a beautiful thing about Rahu. We just had that exercise. Alright, so Jupiter and Ardra Nakshatra. Rahu, exalted in Gemini. So the only way we could have this EASHWARA Yoga is when Rahu is in three places. When Rahu is in Virgo, when Rahu is in Sagittarius, and when Rahu is in Pisces. Now when Rahu is in Sagittarius, not the most comfortable position for Rahu. And when Rahu is in Pisces, also not the most comfortable position in for Rahu. But he's able to figure it out, he's able to adapt and move further from it. But when Rahu is in Virgo, it's a different quality of Rahu, because Rahu is extremely comfortable. He's like, I got this. I know this place. I own this place. Rahu real. And from there, he's looking at Gemini, and that's his exaltation position. And there, he's guiding Jupiter, telling Jupiter, I'll tell you how to maximize this sign. I'll give you all the tantra, because a lot of this tantra is also based on Rahu. And that's the beauty of this whole EASHWARA Yoga, this specific EASHWARA Yoga that I'm talking about. That Rahu is in Virgo and Jupiter is in Gemini. And this EASHWARA Yoga is getting formed. This is a phenomenal yoga to have, where you're dealing with a genius, an absolute amazing person which is there, and there's so much which is there. So, and also, like I said, Rahu does multiple things. One, makes you extremely magnetic, extremely powerful, and there would be an instant attraction of many people. The moment people see you, they would have an instant attraction. They would see like, wow, who are you? I feel I know you. I want to get to talk to you. I want to like spend some time with you. Now if you like get into this web of one person to the other, and mindless relationships, Rahu's achieved this part. He's like, I've done it. I've done this amazing thing. Because the whole idea of Tantra is sutras direct you to be the master, and sutras direct you away from being the master. And everything is a contribution towards you being an amazing master that you are. You being an amazing, powerful force in your life that you are. So it's like you being the super you that you are. Sometimes I've seen one of these, the yogis or the saints, the so-called pseudo-saints talk about this you video. I hope I don't get dragged on to this you thing. But yeah, it's fascinating. So that's essentially what it is. It's like, this is like a you video. Like, how amazing can you be? What can you be the super you that you are? So you become the super version of yourself. So you become the superhero. You become the Superman or the Wonder Woman which is there. And this is that exact spot which is available. Now if Jupiter is able to access Mars, from here and really strengthen Mars, make sure, be extremely focused, be very powerful. This kind of a Jupiter is unstoppable because the Jupiter is extremely powerful and it's able to pull everything from a magnetic perspective and is able to just get better and better and better. The mystery with Rahu and Ketu is, you might think that you're pulling something from Rahu or Ketu, they'll keep giving you, because they have infinite capability. It's like a black hole. So it's like black hole getting reversed. So Jupiter's pulling from the black hole. Rahu's like, keep pulling. I have infinite reserve. You can do what you want with it. The same thing with Ketu. Infinite reserve. You can do what you want with it. But with Rahu, as a pull is happening, you might get carried away. You might feel like, oh, what's this? I feel amazing, feel brilliant. But if you're able to stay focused, if you're able to be the master, if you're able to bring Mars into the equation and really master yourself, and then if you're able to bring Moon to it, that's a genius level. You're able to bring Moon into the equation. Then it's like a snowballing effect that you've got. You're just getting more and more powerful, more and more amazing. And this is a great time for you to have lofty goals. Lofty goals like being a billionaire, being, let's say, walking on water, converting water to wine. These kind of lofty goals is very much possible. And that's what is going to really take you further and further into this space of mastery. Because it's a gift. It's a gift that you have this blessing that is there. And you want to use it to your advantage. You want to make sure that you do the right thing and make a difference. And since it's Jupiter, it's always about doing the right thing, whether someone's watching you or not. Always being the bigger person. Always doing the right thing. Always doing it for the benefit of others is critical, crucial, and important. Being sly, trying to cut corners is not the Jupiter way. And if you've done that, then Rahu is extremely like, okay, I got you. I got you to a point of away from mastery. Be aware, get back in the game. And for such a Jupiter which is Rahurial, and really taking it further and further, indulging in Rahurial activities like a black coffee is amazing. It just takes it further and further. And yeah. So this is something that I really wanted to talk about, EASWARA Yoga. And EASWARA Yoga with Ardra Nakshatra, with Rahu in Virgo, just is like a beautiful, beautiful place that you have. Now there are other combinations that we could definitely discuss, and I would be happy to discuss those. I would make a video, and I would tell your name as well, saying that this person requested me to make this video on this EASWARA Yoga, so I'm making this video. So do write this on your comments and let me know. I'll be happy to do that. If you have any questions on what I just explained, I'll be happy to take answers on it as well. And or I'll be happy to take questions on this as well. So yeah, bring it on, and let's kind of grow together. And like I always say, don't be shy about expressing your love. Like, comment, subscribe, grow the channel. I've noticed I've grown double. I've like already got more than 3 times the subscriber count in the last 15 to 20 days, and I'm so excited about this. And it's surreal that I just started this channel just a few months back. So I'm absolutely grateful for the love that I'm receiving from all of you. And let's really grow. I really have amazing big plans for all of us about taking it to a whole new level, bringing a lot of these people together, astrology with Raj, ebooks, then billionaire club. So all of these things, I have some big big goals, big dreams, big ideas. Let's see how it goes. Let's see if it even happens. If it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, I'll still be at it, still be at my self-mastery, bringing my super you in this life, and I'll continue doing that. And yeah, that's all I had. Have a great day, and I absolutely love all of you, and really wish you all the best. That's all I have. Take care. Bye bye.